Beal has lots of Pokemon. He collects rare ones too.
Interesting. What else? Oh, that's it. Oh. Alright. Well, let's continue our journey. A journey to becoming immortal. Immortal, I said. Just in case you didn't hear that clearly. Correction. Look at this bridge. The most agonizing part of the game. Let's make sure I healed all of my guys. Yep. We're gonna switch to generic over here. People call this Nugget Bridge. Beat those 5 trainers and win a fabulous prize. Think you got what it takes? I don't think I know. In fact, I'm pretty sure there hasn't been one time I've ever lost. Especially to a bug trainer. Ugh. I think I have the advantage here. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Been wrong more than once. And again, who hasn't? Right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. And then again, see? I can keep making this go in circles here, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to bore you. I like to shake things up, keep it fresh with a pH. Weedle. The Horned Pokemon. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure how accurate it is. Oh god, I hate getting poisoned. That's possibly the worst. Yep. I really dislike it too, because in older Pokemon games, when you got poisoned, it was the next turn you'd get hurt. But now in all the newer ones, such as this, as soon as you get poisoned, you take poison damage. Well, at least generic grew. Woo! Yeah! Look at him grown like a champ. Nah, they're the Pokemon of depression. I should end his life quick and painlessly, but I shan't. I'm well aware that generic's poison. I know he's gonna die. It's no secret. Raising your defense even more. Just make my life more difficult. Okay? And one more should do it. One of the weirdest turn. That'd be the funniest turn of events if he ended up getting a critical hit and killing Metapod, and then dying of poison. Oh, I really despise when your Pokemon dies from poison after you just kill a Pokemon, and then you get none of the XP he dropped. It's like, oh my god. All that XP could have been towards something. Now it is not. Another thing I don't like about bug Pokemon is that they evolve way too quick. I mean, having every other Pokemon that evolves like from 16 to 32 or from 36, you're like, man, I wish you would evolve sooner already. But then Pokemon that do evolve fast, you're like, oh man, he evolved way too fast. That's not the Pokemon's fault. It's the creator's fault. I blame them. Alright, let's continue to Nugget Bridge, shall we? Give me a golden nugget. That's what I'm looking for. Sorry about that, had a little technical difficulties. I found a foolproof way to prevent it. god, she's Mrs. Jiggly, isn't she? Jigglypuff may not be very strong. Well, not so much Jigglypuff as Wigglytuff, but yeah, pretty high HP, which leads to annoyingly long battles, even with someone who's super effective against her. You know, Pokemon having different genders, well, up until now, really had no point, did it? Because now it depends how they'll look when they evolve. Some of them, very few though. But there was really no point. What type you caught, what gender, they all looked the same, and even if they didn't look the same, there was the slightest of change that no one would even notice until the developer pointed it out. Or until some very observant person pointed it out. Even then, there was nothing special to catch a female or male Pokemon. I really don't care personally. A boy's a boy, a girl's a girl, what's the difference? Besides the obvious. I'm not talking about real life, I'm talking about the damn game. So, yeah, you shouldn't have been thinking perverted. Lee. Oh, wow. Generic versus Generic 2. The return of generosity. I am full aware of what I just said. And it was pretty stupid. But hey, stupid things make entertainment, do they not? But yeah, I'm very excited to start recording the Spyro series, you know, and Dark Souls, obviously. I've played Demon Souls, obviously, the first time, before I played Dark Souls, which is pretty obvious. I mean, it's not obvious. I mean, I could have played Dark Souls first, but yeah, I got Demon Souls 2 months after launch. Very fun game. That game was hard as hell for me. I died a lot. I couldn't even pass the first boss. I couldn't even get to the first boss. But then, I sold it because I didn't get frustrated. I just started getting bored of it because I wasn't making any progress. See, if he had a ground type move right here, I'd be able to one-hit KO Ekans. Or at least do more damage than I'm going to do. Anyways, so yeah, I got Dark Souls, and that was way easy. It was way too easy. But I guess it was hard as well. I mean, because I'm not saying I didn't die a lot. Let's see, I defeated that Minotaur guy first try. The 2 dragon gargoyles who double team you, I died twice because I didn't know I was gonna get double teamed. But then I got the help of Solaire. And Quelaag, I died at guaranteed once to 4 times from the bosses after the gargoyles. Oh, not Pinwheel. Oh, I killed him in 1 try. Yeah, I know all their names. The one I had the hardest time on was the 4 Kings, because I was expecting there to be him to copy himself an X amount of times. That was unexpected. So obviously he killed me. And I obviously died a shit ton by... what's his name? Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. Oh, I died by him a lot. In fact, I only beat the game my first time by getting the help from someone online. Yeah, so I got assistance for Gwyn, who that person killed him like one hit. I'm not joking. I was like, oh, okay, well that's not fun. And I also got hit. No, correction. I also got help fighting Seath, the Scaleless. I mean, I didn't even try to fight him the first time on my own. I just got somebody and they did something. Little did I know that Seath was invincible until you broke his crystal. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. I can talk more about that on my Dark Souls playthrough, which won't be as sporadic or idiotic as these videos. I'll have more to talk about. But yeah, before I give up on the subject of, Dark Souls and Demon Souls, when I went back to Demon Souls after beating Dark Souls, I finally got to the rest of the bosses and beat them all on my first try. Which begs the question, what's more difficult, Dark Souls or Demon Souls? I personally think Demon Souls, but how can that be if Dark Souls clearly got me prepared for Demon Souls? It's crazy stuff. But yeah, that's a very great game. If you haven't gotten those already, which I'm sure the majority of you have. But yeah, if you haven't gotten those already, you are so missing out on a great, I want to say series, but then people will be like, sir, Demon Souls and Dark Souls are not the one and the same. I'm like, okay. I wouldn't care. If it has souls at the end of it, then I'm counting it as everyone says, spiritual successor. Yeah, you're gonna be seeing me heal a lot until Generic actually learns a decent move. Because right now all he got's a scratch. And we all know that's not gonna help him. I've already talked to that old man. It's not like this is gonna be a 100% playthrough. I mean, I'm beating it, but I'm not talking to everybody. If you're in my way, hey, I'll talk to you. If you're not, get out of it. I think it was pretty strange for them to make the last guy a rocket. I mean, look at him. Looks nothing like a rocket. It's just completely strange. And then when you fight him, I mean, look at his clothes. That is definitely not rocket clothes. But then when you fight him, and then he gives you a nugget too. That's a generous rocket. Doesn't even tell you he's a rocket. He's like, by the way, how would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group of professional criminals specializing in Pokemon. Want to join? Yeah, I do. Are you sure? Yeah, I said I do. Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join. That's what I hate. You don't get the option. I know in Pokemon X and Y. Well, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not creating the game. But I'm pretty sure you won't be able to decide if you could be a rocket or whatever. Oh man, my favorite so far was Black and White's villain. Those were maybe not so much classy, but I want to say original. But they were very good villains compared to your stupid, idiotic Team Galactic, whatever. Team Aqua and Magma were cool at the time. But I believe Team Rocket and Magma are the only villains to see the error of their ways. I mean, sure, you could say N learned the error of his ways as well. But was he really bad? No. He was just confused, manipulated, etc. Any word you could find for that. But yeah, I wish you had the option to be a villain.